Alright, it's just before sunrise, my first night in a foreign country for over 3 years, and feels just great. And I'm in Mexico, obviously. And it's made me resolve to further my quiet quit at work. So one of my biggest frustrations is that as a single guy, I have to take on all the shifts that people with family commitments cannot, which is fine with me, actually. We should work as a team. I take on things that people with family commitments have to do other things, but it should reciprocate, right? Sometimes as a single guy, I don't have somebody to cook for me or something like that, and I was very upset one time because I was scheduled, this was early on at my career at the tutoring center where I'm working at here in Phoenix, where I hope to have a long career because I have a couple colleagues who have been working there for decades, and I was scheduled to work 5 hours, and I had planned to work 5 hours, so I had done a intermittent fast, and I would have broken the fast at 38 hours, which is pretty typical for me. But my boss kept asking me to stay later, and I went to my car and I kind of fainted. And I even told him I hadn't eaten all day because I had planned to go to my favorite restaurant, and he basically said I could go a different day. That place will be open for me. Yeah, but I've been fasting for 30-some hours. He didn't seem to be bothered by that. And so I fainted in my car, and I was very upset. And so I learned to not take my work too seriously. Take care of life, and work it just follows from it. I've learned to do that. The other frustration is I often get these really short shifts, 2 hours here, 3 hours there, because I'm the person who can do that. And I've learned that when I get a short shift like that, to not put too much pressure on myself. So, for example, next week is going to be a slow week because obviously kids want to go on vacation too. And I'm not going to be too upset. I'm not going to beat myself up if I get there 15, 20 minutes late. I'm not going to rush myself. See, I have a shift that starts, let's say it's at 2 o'clock. I don't know what it is yet. I got to go check my schedule. It puts a big anchor point on the day, right? That you have to be somewhere at a certain time. I'm about a 3-hour drive away from Phoenix. Well, actually 3.5, because depending on how bad the border is. And I'm going to just enjoy my morning on Monday, and whatever time I happen to arrive at the center in Phoenix, I happen to arrive, right? Something happened along the way, right? And that's actually a couple days ago I had an experience. I used to give myself a hard time on morning routine. Should I go for a walk or something? Am I going to run late? The other day, screw that. I'm just going to take a walk. And I actually got to work on time. I was putting way too much pressure on the idea that I have to arrive on time. Almost like I have to go to the center to turn off a time bomb. It's not a time bomb anymore. It's just I would prefer to arrive on time, but it's not like go there to turn off a time bomb anymore. Let's put it that way. Because at the end of the day, my good mental health translates into good tutoring at the tutoring center, much more so than arriving on time, right? The students can get a lot more out of me if I go there 10 minutes late, but with a good mental state, than the other way around, right? All right, my trip here to Mexico made me resolve to quiet quit even more.